Filmed before a live studio audience, it's the Orthodontic Awards, presented by the Digital Orthodontist. Tonight's celebration is made possible by these sponsors. And now your hosts, Dr. Kyle Fagala and Dr. Jonathan Nikazisas.
All right. I got a dog whistle. Thank you. Hello and welcome to the first annual Orthodontic Awards sponsored by Embrace. Sure, awards in orthodontics, they've been handed out before. But to the best of my knowledge, there has never been an awards ceremony where the awards were determined by the votes of over 1,500 orthodontists, orthodontic teams, and members of the orthodontic industry.
What's more is we have awards tonight honoring portions of our proud profession that often go overlooked. Awards for orthodontic reps, social media influencers, and a wide variety of essential products and services that have more than earned their place in the spotlight.
And lastly, orthodontic awards have never been handed out by me, Dr. Kyle Fagala, or by my wonderful and well-appointed co-host, Dr. Jonathan Nikazisas.
Well, thank you, Kyle, and thank you for asking me to co-host. It's certainly an honor, and I never miss up a chance to sport a tuxedo, because honestly, I want to be considered the James Bond of orthodontics.
And you are.
Well, thank you. Orthodontics is no doubt an incredible profession, and both Kyle and I are thrilled to be the sort of orthodontists that get to be up on stage and lecturing and teaching to our fellow colleagues.
What we are not thankful for, though, I have to be honest, are feedback forms, and anyone who speaks knows what I'm talking about. But at major meetings like the AAO, at meetings like Orthopreneurs, at some of the regional meetings and so on, they give people in the audience these feedback forms, and they tell you what they think about you. And most of the time it's good, but then a couple weeks after the lecture, after you're kind of come down for the lecture, you get these feedback forms emailed to you.
And it might surprise you to learn that not everybody is, how shall I put this, Kyle, charitable with their reviews and their surveys. I actually had a doctor once refer to me as I look like Hugh Grant, but much less British, much less charming, and much less handsome. And thankfully, there was no Divine Brown reference in his survey feedback.
They all know the Divine Brown reference clearly by the three chuckles. I'll be honest, I did not expect a Divine Brown reference, not a Hugh Grant reference either. But so for me, the worst review that I got at a lecture, it was so bad that I had to save it, and I've written it out here. And it was a doctor at an unnamed meeting, and he wrote this inspiring review of my lecture on digital marketing. He said, "I served 2 tours in Iraq. I lived through hemorrhoid and hip replacement surgeries, and I found out last week that my wife was cheating on me with a fry cook at McDonald's. But this lecture was somehow worse."
Ooh, ouch, Kyle. But really, was he wrong with that assessment?
Honestly, Jonathan, I'm not sure. So either way, there will be no feedback forms for tonight's Orthodontic Awards. Our egos simply won't allow it. And we also won't be issuing any CE credits for this award ceremony. And to be frank, we don't really care what you think about this award ceremony. I'm just being honest. We're going to hand out some awards. We're going to play some games. You weren't expecting that. And we're going to honor a truly incredible orthodontist, an absolute living legend, Dr. Larry Andrews, who's sitting down here. And then we're going to go to the exhibit hall together. We're going to have some drinks. We're going to have some fun. We're going to go to the Neon Canvas booth, maybe, I don't know. And I hope that works for you, okay?
Well, it certainly works for me, Kyle. I just hope their wine is up to my standards, okay? So to summarize, for the next 45 minutes, we're going to be handing out a total of 21 awards in a sincere effort to celebrate the profession that we all love so dearly, orthodontics.
Yeah, wonderful. But first, as a short disclaimer, because some people get really worried and uptight about this, and I could tell you many stories at the happy hour about that. But for each category, the results have been reviewed by at multiple time points by a panel of 6 multi-generational and multi-ethnic male and female orthodontists. We received 1,526 unique votes in total, and there were no ties. So in short, if you're worried about if these results are legit, you need to stop worrying about it, okay? They are legit. So let's get on with it to our first segment of awards. And to present those first 3 awards, we have 2 of the nicest guys in all of orthodontics. We have the host of the Illuminate Orthodontic podcast, Dr. Chris Setta, and the braces guy himself, Dr. Grant Collins. Let's hear it for them.
Microphones. Thank you so much.
Okay, thanks, Kyle. So
when I asked Kyle what I should wear, he said he was wearing a tux, and he told me I could wear what I wanted. So that's why you get the sweater. I don't quite look James Bondish, but thanks, Kyle. We're excited to be here to present the first 3 awards tonight. The first award is for Best Orthodontic Practice Management Software. It's easy to complain about our software or wish they had, a different feature, but honestly, it definitely beats paper charts, and it's come a long way. So whether it's appointment scheduling, patient tracking, clinical efficiency, financial management, it's essential for modern orthodontic practices. So the nominees for the Best Orthodontic Practice Management Software are Cloud9, Dolphin, Focus Ortho, Grayfinch, Ortho2 Edge, OrthoTrack, Tops Ortho, and Wave Ortho. And this is where the drum roll comes in here. So, and the winner is...
Let me hold your mic.
Yeah, that'd be great. Dolphin.
Congratulations, Dolphin. All right, my turn, Grant. Thank you so much. So I'm honored to present the award for Best Orthodontic Service. Granted, there's countless companies that could fit into a category like this one, but the following 6 nominees all have one thing in common. They've innovated a software or a service that has drastically improved the way orthodontists approach the management of their practices. And the nominees for Best Orthodontic Service are OrthoFi/OrthoBank, Mary's List, Details, EasyRx, Gauge, and Simple Consult. And the winner is, you mind not holding this? You want to read it together? Let's do it. 1, 2, 3. Mary's List. Woo! Way to go, Mary. Back to you, Grant.
All right, thanks, Chris. All right, final award we will be presenting is for Best Patient Communication System. So sure, there's lots of patients for whom we'd wish communication wasn't easy with, the ones that are really difficult and challenging, but for the vast majority, it's super helpful to have great communication systems. And for the patients that don't regularly show up in our nightmares, the following companies have helped us make sure our professional lives are easier. So the nominees for Best Patient Communication System are Braces Academy and Orthodontic Screening, Dental Monitoring, Grin, Lighthouse 360, Rhinogram, Solution Reach, Sesame Communications, and Weave. And the winner is...
Here we go. Dental Monitoring. Woo, congratulations. Back to you, Kyle and Jonathan.
All right, thank you, guys. All right, so we want to say thank you to Chris and to Grant for doing that. Congratulations also to Dolphin, Mary's List, and Dental Monitoring for winning their respective categories. The idea would be we're going up to the exhibit hall, so go stop by their booths, congratulate them, and so on for being all around awesome at what they do. I also want to thank, this would not be possible without sponsors. You have no idea how much it costs to get one of these made. And the guy who makes this is the same one that makes all the MTV awards. So he makes the little popcorn and the little Moon Man, which I think is kind of cool, all right? Where do you go when you want a 18-pound, 1-foot-tall golden molar? You go to the best, and we'll accept nothing but the best. Okay, so we could not do really like self-indulgent trophies like this one without the help of our sponsors. And so I want to thank our platinum sponsor, Embrace. Dr. John Pham is here. We'll see him in a second. We also want to thank our gold sponsors, OrthoFi, OrthoBank, Neon Canvas, and Braces Academy and Ortho Screening. And we cannot do this without you. We'll also thank our silver sponsors in a little bit. All right, so Jonathan.
It was merely 3 years ago, when you think about it, that we were stuck online wearing dress shirts, sport coats, sweatpants, really if anything at all below the waist, while attending meetings virtually. We adapted the best we could to online education and really leaned on social media groups for comfort, guidance during those challenging times. Now that we are all back together in person, we've sort of come to realize we really didn't have it all that bad 3 years ago. I mean, honestly, I think I would love it to be socially acceptable to wear sweatpants and slippers while seeing patients in my clinic. But the following awards recognize 4 pillars of our orthodontic culture that the lockdown helped shine a spotlight on their importance and impact before, during, and after 2020. These awards, to present these awards, rather, are Dr. Alyssa Carter, and from Reliance, Mr. Paul Ganji Jr.
Thank you, guys. Well, I asked Kyle what I should wear, and he said he was wearing a tuxedo, so I wrote back, dress, question mark? As someone who's borderline addicted to attending orthodontic meetings and attending CE events, I couldn't be more honored and humbled to present the next two awards. In-person orthodontic meetings like this one of our own really shines on how important it is to have in-person camaraderie, shine on those companies that help us have research and development opportunities, new products, and even let loose a little bit in the evening. And so our nominees for Best Orthodontic Meeting are the AAO Annual Session, the AAO Winter Meeting, Mother of Pearls Conference, Ortho Evolution, Orthopreneurs Summit, and the Women in Orthodontics Meeting. And the winner is?
Very fitting.
Okay, the AAO Annual Session.
What's not to love about CE courses? CE courses are similar to orthodontic meetings, however, smaller, much more intimate, and more focused. Some of the brightest minds and some of the most talented orthodontists in our profession put on some of the best courses, helping shape the way that private practices operate around the globe. The nominees for the best CE course are Copacetic CE, Dunn Education, Fishbein Fundamentals, Frost Smile Academy, Innovative Orthodontic Solutions, JSOP Just Short of Perfect, Ortho Masterclass, Plastic Principles, TAD Challenge, and the Aligner Intensive Fellowship. And the winner is
The
Aligner Intensive Fellowship.
Dr. Jonathan
Nicholsizes and Naz Mashiri.
All right, our next one. Facebook, oh Facebook. It's a love and hate relationship. But one thing Facebook does really well is Facebook groups. And even though there's a little bit of arguments, the good definitely outweighs the bad. Our nominees for Best Orthodontic Facebook Group are AAO Tech Talk, Controversies, Concepts, and Items of Interest in Orthodontics, Orthopreneurs, Ortho Pearls, The Digital Orthodontist, and Women in Orthodontics. And the winner is Orthopreneurs.
I got my first social media substance and appearance 1 year ago, and I realized that people really love ugly, obnoxious shirts like these, so I'm going to keep on going. Another great thing about social media is that it gives creative orthodontists a platform to teach and to entertain. Skits, office culture on full display, trending dances, even orthodontic education that benefits patients all over the world. These social media personalities do it all. And the nominees for the best social media personality are Dr. Amanda Gallagher, Dr. Courtney Berry, Dr. Chris Feldman, Dr. Dovi Prero, Dr. Enrique Cruz, Dr. Grant Collins, Dr. Heather Brown, and Dr. Neil Kravitz. And the winner is Dr. Grant Collins.
All right, wonderful. So as you might could tell, I had to find the smallest and biggest persons presenting tonight and put them together. So, but don't they look so cute together? They really do. Those colors, they just don't look good together at all. But, okay, so congratulations, Dr. Grant Collins, Orthopreneurs. Glenn's hanging out in the back. Congratulations, Glenn. The AAO Annual Session, we are inside of you right now, AAO Annual Session, so congratulations. And the Aligner Intensive Fellowship, that sounds familiar. Jonathan over there, he just wanted me to let you know that he taught Moz everything he knows.
Before we award anything else, and since we don't have a best song category like the Oscars, and since the only orthodontist that I know that can walk on stilts and juggle at the same time canceled last minute, we're going to play some quick games to break up this monotony and handing out some of the awards. And who better to do so? And that is Mr. Dino Watt. So Dino Watt,
All right,
come
Dino,
on
let's
up.
switch up here.
All right, we got to get through this kind of quickly, and right now we're going to call up some voluntolds, meaning you don't know that you're going to be part of this game, but you are. So if you hear your name, you're going to come right up here, screaming as if you won The Price is Right. And don't worry, your friends and colleagues are the ones who volunteered, told you. All right, so first we have from Light Force, Sal Tajali. Bring him on up. After Sal, we have from Dental Monitoring, we have Frank Him. From Embrace, Matthew Wang. From Jill Allen Associates, we have Rachel Wilder. Got some competition. All right, from Orthopreneurs, we have Mike Vidikin. From Shimon Consulting, we have Chris Shimon. From Mother of Pearls, we have Chris Setta. He's like, wait a minute. And from Braces Academy, we have Ashley Copeland. And from Embrace Your Practice, we have Angie Mendez. Come on down. Yep, that's you. You are the only Chris Setta in the room. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to get up into teams of 3. Go ahead and pick right now. Who is our teams? Teams of 3. Pick who you want. And we need one person. We need everybody off the stage for just a moment. But you guys, 3. We got 3. Where's our third? Did somebody not come up? Mike Vidikin? Did he dodge out as soon as he won? Wow. Okay, so I don't know any other names that I should call. Anybody want to volunteer? There's Chris. Chris. All right, Chris Cedars. All right, so what's going to happen is this. We need one, and we need you to count off A, B, C in your group. A, B, C. Decide who's A, who's B, and who's C. Yep, we're going to bring you right up here. All right, A, come on up here to the stage if you're number A. Yep, you're A. Line up right here. And next to him, yep, we need 3, and we now need the C's to line up right behind them. All right, C's line up right behind them. Very good. You're going to hold that. You're going to hold that, and I have one more behind me. Nope, hold them all. Nope, hold them all. You got them all? All right. Okay, what's going to happen in just a moment, we're going to do a little relay. And I flip these cups around. You guys remember these from college or red Solo cups? They're a little different. Yeah, you remember them too much right there. Look at you. You got all excited. It's like, yeah, I remember those. All right, so you flip them up the other way. That's right. And you're going to get the glass or the cup with the black ridge all the way to the top and bottom again as fast as you can. So you got to bring those all the way up and then down to the bottom. When you're done, you're going to pass it on to the person behind you. As soon as the person behind you is done, the B's are going to be sitting in chairs right back here, so give them a little bit of room. There you go. B's, all B's, get up in your chairs. There you go. And you're going to be so happy you chose to be B. Because you're going to have 3 Oreos that you're going to take from your forehead to your mouth without using your hands. And as soon as you are done with this, you get the 3 Oreos in your mouth. One of you will decide between the 2 of you. You're going to take some gloves, blow up the gloves as much as you can, and you're going to push out some gloves off the top of the tables. We'll get to that in just a moment. So I'll tell you when to go. We got to get through this quickly because this is just like the award ceremony where the dance part goes way too long. That's what this is. So, you guys ready? You know what you got to do? Up and down. You got a drum roll? You excited about this? How many of you are excited about this? Hey, I'm just a dancing monkey here. So how many of you guys are excited about this? Yes? All right, very good. All right, on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, go. You're supposed to do one at a time. One at a time. Oh no, you got to go and then all the way back down again. All the way back down again. All the way to the top and all the way back down again. Yep. You're supposed to do one at a time. I know they're stuck. All right. And as soon as they pass it around, pass it. Now move out of their way as soon as you pass it back. Move off of the stage. Yep. All you guys move off the stage. Let them scoot up and do it. So you're taking this cookie, you're putting it on your forehead and getting it into your mouth as quickly as you can without using your hands. Hey, Jill volunteered you. It's not my fault. Oh, Angie's like, got the nails. I know, Angie, that's not fair. I didn't realize no nails. All right, so Chris has got it on here. No. Let's try 1, Maybe we'll just do one. Yep, just do one. We're going to take the 3 off. Just do one. As soon as you get one done, you're good. As soon as you, did Chris already get one? You got one in your mouth? Get it. You got to get one in. You got one in. So now you guys are going to, oh, look at her. Okay, so now move your table up. Yep. And now you got to blow up the glove and use the air in the glove to push the cups off the end of the table. Oh, there he goes. Well, I don't even think it's competition, but I know where your Oreo went. You got to keep track of your own Oreos. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, that's with that glove. All right, he won. Yay! We had cheaters all through it, so it's okay. We had cheaters. And guess what? So the winning team, where's your winning team? Raise your hand. Awesome. You win an all-inclusive paid trip to Pocatello, Idaho. So good job. Yay. And there's your games. Back to the regular scheduled program.
All right.
Wow, Dino. What the hell was that?
Yeah, what was that?
There's not enough champagne in this room to make that tolerable. But
Yeah, not enough champagne in this world.
But
No, that was
anyway.
great. We loved that. That was awesome. Who won that again? I missed that. Yeah, I'm kidding.
Well, thank you, Dino. That was certainly entertaining. And since the following categories are about orthodontic toys, I'm reminded of all the stupid, wholly unnecessary crap that we bought during the onset of COVID. Air purifiers, plastic spoons so patients could use as cheek retractors and send us intraoral selfies, suction tips with an X, suction tips that were so overpriced, did not even fit our intraoral, our tubes, our suction tubes, that when I mentioned how much they really sucked on social media, I got a legal letter in the mail.
Not your only legal letter.
No, certainly not, no. But those were fun times. I even spent $32 on a bottle of hydrogen peroxide to disinfect my clinic, only to have it arrive 8 months later. With such memories in our rear view, it is time to truly recognize some of the better orthodontic purchases, equipment, and services that we have come to realize we simply cannot practice without. And to present the next group of awards, we have all 5 members of Relapse, the all-orthodontic band, Dr. Pandya, Shaw, Sheik, Teeters, and Anderson. Welcome to the stage.
Thank you, Nick. Thank you, Kyle. There's actually 6 members. Kyle is also a part of
That's true.
So, all right. So, who here remembers taking PVS impressions for aligners? Yeah. Wasn't that the worst? The worst, right? Well, digital scanners have truly revolutionized the way that we practice orthodontics these days. It's not just retainers and appliances, but initial record taking and the whole digital process now. We rely on these digital scanners. And so I get to announce the nominees for Best Digital Scanner, and they are 3 Shape Trios, CareStream, Dental Intraoral Scanner, Cerac Dentsply Sirona Prime Scan, iTero Element, Medit, QuickScan iOS by RunYes, and Shining 3D. And the winner is, drum roll, here we go.
Hold that for you.
Kyle, drum roll. iTero Elements.
All right. So 3D printing isn't for everyone. In fact, this category generated 860 votes for don't know, don't use. But there's no denying that 3D printing is the future. And these companies are doing that better than anyone. The nominees for Best 3D Printer Company are EnvisionTech, ePax, FlashForge, Formlabs, Lux Creo, and SprintRay. And the winner is SprintRay. Woo! Congratulations.
All right, what would we do without orthodontic labs nowadays? We'd probably be stuck at home making appliances right now and not at this wonderful meeting. At the very least, our appliances wouldn't look nearly as good as the following ones. that these 8 orthodontic labs put out every single day. And the nominees for Best Orthodontic Lab are AOA Laboratory, Dynaflex, Great Lakes Dental Technologies, Motor City Labworks, the NEO or New England Orthodontic Laboratory, ODL Orthodontic Labs, Oral Arts Dental Laboratory, and Specialty Appliances Orthodontic Laboratory. And the winner is Specialty Appliances Orthodontic Laboratory. Congratulations.
All right. Orthodontic hand instruments. Got the best category. Name another thing that we use on every single patient we see. I'll wait. Hand instruments are literally the tools. I didn't write the script, by the way. Hand instruments are literally the tools that help orthodontists straighten teeth. And if you want to find one that fits the most unique of hypothetical tasks, I'm sure a few companies have something specifically for you. Seriously, just go walk around the exhibit hall and you'll find dozens of companies selling these stainless steel little wonders. And the nominees for Best Orthodontic Hand Instruments are 3M Oral Care, American Orthodontics, AmTouch Dental Supply, Diatech, formerly Dentronics, Hugh Freedy, OC Orthodontics, Orthotechnology, Orthoply, and Prodent USA. And the winner is... Hugh Freedy!
Okay. So we all want more patients to come to our practices, right? But without chairs, where would they sit? Right? So this is for the nominees for Best Ortho Chairs and Equipment are ADEC, Boyd, Dexta, Dome, Ross Orthodontic, Summit Dental, and the winner is Boyd. Boyd is the winner.
All right, I got to get up here real quick. I feel kind of left out. This is the entire Relapse crew. This is great. Come see us. Yes, thank you. All right, now get off the stage, the rest of you. We're playing tomorrow at the celebration event at 4:45. Don't be late. It's at the Wintrust Arena. At the ripe old age of 38, I have finally landed as a musician, which is great. It's 20 years of struggling through crappy club gigs. Also, thank you to Hugh Freedy for that one distal end cutter that you gave me that I still have today. So thank you. It's well deserved. All right, so one thing that's essential for every orthodontic practice is to have someone who handles inventory and ordering. While we aren't giving them any awards today, our inventory coordinator is Trisha. I think she's already hit the golf course, but she's really great at it. And one of my favorite orthodontic stories, though, is about a ordering girl that maybe wasn't so great at it. And she handled ordering for a colleague of mine, and she kept throwing away boxes of those pre-pasted brackets that 3M makes right when they hit their expiration date. But she wasn't telling anybody, and so she had collected this box of all these brackets, and this went on for a few years. And so when they finally discovered the box, there was more than $50,000 of old expired brackets. Yeah, not a great thing, right? So needless to say, that doctor now has a new person handling ordering and inventory.
Wow. Well, for the record, Kyle, you can't do that with aligners.
That's very true. Right. So speaking of ordering, I would like to invite Addison Whistle of Details to the stage. They are a silver sponsor tonight. In addition, we have other silver sponsors. We have Allure Ortho, we have Embrace Your Practice, and we have Mary's List. And so they came to me with a fun idea. So we're going to do one more game. We're going to We're going to honor Larry Andrews, and we have our final slate of awards. So we're almost there. But they're going to do what's called an what do you call it? An order off? It's an order off. So this is interesting. This was new to me. But we're going to see how fast 2 assistants can order from 5 suppliers using their software. All day team members competed at your booth. How many did you have compete? Dozens and dozens to see who had the fastest time. And the 2 fastest, are they here? I certainly hope so. They're going to come up on stage to become the Orthodontic Awards Order Off champion. And then further, they're going to be fast-tracked to compete later in this weekend for a prize pack which is amazing. Okay, so it sounded like last year it was 26 seconds, so it won't take too long. And they're gonna win like what, a Tiffany? No, last year was a Tiffany gift set. This year it's a bunch of other stuff that sounds amazing, like $10,000. Okay, so I'm gonna pass it over to Addison. Do your thing.
All right, guys, so just a little context. So Details gives you one place to order everything for your practice in one spot. That's kind of where the order off kind of came from. So we're going to see how fast a couple of assistants can order from using the Details software, five different supplies from 5 different suppliers. So if you guys want to come on up, these were some fast times for today. Give them a hand, absolutely.
My name's Kenzie. And my name's Caitlin.
Got Kinsey and Caitlin up here. We're going to see who can order 5 different supplies from 5 different suppliers the fastest. So I've got a list of the supplies on my iPad here, and I'm going to be like kind of helping them. The more chaotic you guys can make it, the better. We want it to be kind of like high stress, like in your offices, you know, when people are yelling at you like, "Hey, we need gloves. There's people waiting for you," you know, that kind of thing. So let's be as chaotic and like hype them up as best as we can here. Tom, can we get an official timer from Tom, our CTO here? All right, so 5 supplies, 5 different suppliers, as fast as you can. There's very little pressure here. All right, now let me get my list pulled up here. Are you ready?
As ready as I'll ever.
All right, guys, chaotic, like a practice. You guys have been in a practice before. All right, ready, go. G4 nickel from G&H, Add Design. All right, we're going to Assure Plus from Reliance. Paul Jr. from Reliance, Nitrogen. Gloves. Look how fast. This is incredible, actually. Disney Elastics from our friends at Wild Smiles. Sheesh. Yep, Jesse and Woody only. Okay, now, Grin Scope. Order your Grin Scopes. Oh, okay, now ordering up top right on the thing there. And then submit to Arena. Boom, what's time? 32.6 seconds. That's actually really, really fast. So listen, I'm sorry you had to go second. I didn't know. All right, so let's try this again. A little more chaotic, if you wouldn't mind. That'd be great. She had practice, and she has less practice. So this one, so we got to be a little harder on her. All right, ready, Tom? Ready. All right, 3, 2, 1, go. G4 nickel titanium, G&H. Next up is Assure from Reliance, Nitrogen, 6mm Nitrogen, Disney Elastics, Wild Smile, Grin Scope. Uh-oh. Let's go small. That's fine. Grin Scopes. Add to shopping list, ordering. Submit. 27 seconds! We have an official winner. The Order Off champion.
The queen of ordering right there. What was her name again? Caitlin. Everyone, tell Caitlin she's amazing. Your doctor's gloves won't fit, but it's okay. She got them ordered very quickly, okay?
Kyle, in case you have not heard, there's been a lot of talk about corporate influence in orthodontics, also known as DSOs, which, if you didn't know, stands for Did Some Ortho Today, because the new owners told me I had to. To present the next group of awards, which have absolutely nothing to do with DSOs and corporate entities, we have Dr. Ruz Khosravi and the founder of Embrace, Dr. John Pham.
Let's hear it for him.
So Ruz and I are very excited to be here tonight. And Embrace, a company founded by orthodontists for orthodontists, we're very thrilled to be sponsoring the platinum sponsorship for the first ever Orthodontic Awards. Now, orthodontic marketing and website design are essential building blocks of any successful practice. The companies nominated tonight help orthodontists with website design, SEO, social media marketing, content marketing, email marketing, online advertising, and much more. This effort all adds up to produce a very important message, that orthodontists are the best suited to straighten teeth and align bites. And so the nominees for Best Orthodontic Marketing Website Design are Neon Canvas, Hip Creative, Kaleidoscope, Orthocynetics, People in Practice, Sesame Communications, and Vision Trust Communications. And the winner is Neon Canvas.
There you go. Imagine your practice when you don't have a good rep. So things can go wrong, and also reps come in, help your team, help you figure out how to save money, and the amount of impact that they have in our field is very, very impressive. So the next category would be the nominees for Best Orthodontic Reps. These are the people that were nominated on the form that Kyle has. So there are so many other reps obviously in the community that help the profession. So the nominees for this category are Donna Leonard from Ormco, Jeffrey Williams from Align, Jeff Johnson from American Orthodontics, Julie Anderson, American Orthodontics, John Somagi, Allure Ortho, Mike Snowden, American Ortho, Ryan Coleman, 3M, Tracy Weber, Lightforce. And the winner is Tracy Weber from Lightforce.
So as some of the only people to visit dozens of different practices a year, ortho consultants are uniquely positioned to help us grow our practices and tighten up our systems. They are a Swiss Army knife for whatever it is we may need. Technology, new techniques, marketing, practice development, overhead reduction, practice management, and the best ways to increase patient satisfaction. The nominees for Best Orthodontic Consultants are Embrace Your Practice, Benson Koppel and Associates, Dino Watt, Hummingbird Associates, Jill Allen and Associates, Shimon Consulting, Street Consulting with Tracy Martin. And the winner is Shimon Consulting.
All right, so we're getting close to the home stretch. Thank you, gentlemen. Congrats to Shimon. That was a very close category. There was a handful of categories that were very, very close, and there were some that weren't. But you're all winners regardless. So it is time for the Living Legend Award. I had originally called this the GOAT Award, which if you're familiar is like the greatest of all time. And I thought it was cute because it was the greatest orthodontist of all time. And people hated the idea. So it's now the Living Legend Award. But the Living Legend Award, this is the first time it's being given, but it's given to an orthodontist with exceptional vision, dedication, and commitment to our profession. They are recognized for outstanding achievements in their professional lives, for personal integrity, stature, and service. And we are so fortunate to have the winner of the first ever Living Legend Award here with us tonight, Dr. Larry Andrews. Dr. Andrews is an obvious choice for an award like this. He was by far the most common suggestion the doctors offered when I posed this category online. And he is a rare person whose work has influenced virtually every orthodontist practicing today. And I mean, of how many people can you say that? And so it goes without saying, but we're grateful for the contributions that he has made to our profession. We're going to have a friend of his come up. So Dr. Peter Nahn, he's a friend of Dr. Andrews for many years now, and he's going to say a few words about him. Dr. Nahn is Department Chair of Orthodontics at West Virginia, and he's also dual-trained orthodontics and pediatric dentist. And so Dr. Nahn.
Thank you. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
All right. First of all, it's a very humble experience to introduce a giant in the field of orthodontics. I first got to know Dr. Larry Andrews by reading his publication on the 6 keys to normal occlusion in the American Journal of Orthodontics. All 5 continents have to learn this paper before they even start the residency program. I still remember at that time I was not allowed to use prefabricated arch wire, and pre-programmed brackets when I was a student at Harvard. All residents were required to use a piece of straight stainless steel rectangular arch wire and place first, second, and third orders bands on the wire before you can actually use it. That was terrible. So Dr. Andrews published a straight wire appliance concept textbook in 1979, and I started to learn the need to objectively establish treatment goals. This textbook provided a bracket sighting method, defined the terminology in orthodontics, the appliance design features, and extraction bracket options. The greatest turning point in my life in treating orthodontic patients was learning the 6 elements of orofacial harmony that was published in 2000 by Dr. Andrews. At that time, Dr. Tim Tremont, who is now the chair of Department of Orthodontics in MUSC, he told me that this treatment philosophy changed his life. And I know there's not very many things that actually changed Tim Tremont, but for something that actually changed his life, I like to learn something about it. So for the next 7 years, I flew to San Diego to learn this philosophy. Well, it took me 7 years because my resident probably couldn't learn it in 1 year, but I'm a slow learner, okay, for that reason. So Dr. Andrews actually spent 20 years trying to figure out the landmarks and reference for the 6 elements. And I also learned that the best time to actually call Dr. Andrews is 5 o'clock in the morning, because every morning, 5 o'clock, he will start thinking and writing his next textbook. Dr. Andrews understands that we all have the same treatment objectives that includes excellent occlusion, dental aesthetics, but we don't have the same goals of achieving those objectives. So that's why he thought about it for 20 years. What are the landmarks and reference that actually will allow all orthodontists around the world to come to the similar treatment goal? In fact, a few of my residents still ask me, hey, Dr. Nan, how much should I expand? Oh, Dr. Nan, should I extract upper first bicuspid or lower second bicuspid? Very interesting question that cannot be answered by just taking a lateral cephalogram. So Dr. Andrews is clearly a man who has vision, dedication, and commitment to our profession. So for the next 10 years, Dr. Tremont and I took the West Virginia residents to learn this treatment philosophy. And San Diego is now one of the West Virginia University orthodontic campuses. Dr. Andrews and his son, Will Andrews, have a passion also for international education. They frequently have overseas scholars spending 6 months to a year in his office learning how to provide excellent care for their patient. The 6-element treatment philosophy is now taught more than 5 continents, and I'm looking forward to the publication of his new textbook on 6 elements to orofacial harmony. So what does Dr. Andrews do when he's not thinking orthodontics? Well, he's make his own golf clubs. Most people play golf, but how many of you make your own golf clubs for that reason? And then I asked him, who do you usually play with? Oh, Jack Nicklaus. Very interesting. I was very humbled when Dr. Andrews invited my residents, okay, and me to play golf at his La Jolla Golf Club. So the first tee, Dr. Andrews announced my name just like, the master tournaments, and I tee off, boom, I hit the ball in the parking lot. So that was very embarrassing, but Dr. Andrews didn't say anything. Afterwards, he basically said, Peter, can you read this magazine? I said, what is this? Golf Digest. So what a teacher, you know. I mean, I love this teacher, you know. I mean, he's always thinking of you, not just orthodontics, but, you know, or your personal life also. So I'm eternally grateful for Dr. Andrews' teaching and his friendship. Please help me to welcome the living legend, Dr. Larry Andrews.
I just have a few remarks. I think that I've lived during the time where all of us orthodontists were kind of considered to be wizards of Oz, where we could correct people that were crippled orofacially and to try to solve their problem, but never happened, because we've never had treatment goals that allowed us to have a good path. And like all orthodontists, we academically were challenged to be able to be accepted into an orthodontic program, and so we were accustomed to success academically. And my training, I felt it was as good as anybody else's, but there were so many philosophies by the time I finished my training that I didn't know which one to choose. So I decided to try to see if I could learn myself. And what I did was attended all the American board results that were on display at national meetings. I really don't even know if they do that anymore. But I went in for 3 years in a row. There are hundreds of casts out there that were being judged by the American Board of Orthodontics. And they were all the ones that did pass, that accepted, were able to win that respected position. And I photographed them all, and I have hundreds, and I have them all in my book. So there's good evidence about, if you look at them, there is probably not really one that would be, that you could rate as being what you think would be better for the patient. And so I wanted to learn from that, because these were the best orthodontists in the country. And I really didn't feel that that was what I was looking for. So I decided to research another source, and that was to find individuals that had perfect occlusions, that had never had orthodontic treatment. And I would approach them in a friendly way and told them who I was and what I was doing, and I was wondering if they might drop by the office. I was telling them that what I was trying to find were perfect occlusions, and almost every one of them was willing to do that. And I accumulated 120 naturally harmonious dentitions. If I had a table here that I could line them up, you wouldn't want to do one thing to any one of them. And so that what we have never had in orthodontics is really a good way to measure tooth positions. I mean, all we have is this tooth, and where do you measure from? What anatomy would you use to really accurately measure the position? And I figured out a way to do that. What I won't be, if you want to find out about it, you just get the book from the library and read it, and because all those photographs are in there, and you wouldn't want to do one thing to one of them. And all we need to do is figure out how to do that. And that's what I've spent 30 years of my life spending half of my office time doing research. And I have the photographs of both of these samples, and I learned how to quantify the positions of the teeth in a way that is like a roadmap that lets you know what you have to do to get to where you want to go. And that's where the 6 keys and the straight wire appliance came out, because the teeth were so much alike in position. You can build brackets that will guide the teeth to that position, so long as you have a bracket that indirectly represents the planes of the crowns of the teeth. And you just let the bracket do the work, and of course you have to add forces that are needed to do that. But am I okay? Should I finish up? I'm okay for another minute or two? Okay.
It's heavy.
You got it.
I don't mean to gain from this for any reason whatsoever, but it'll be a good memory for me to be able to see this in my office, and yeah. But I know I don't get it, so but I get my name on it, so that's satisfactory and satisfaction enough. But Peter Nan, who introduced me, he was lectured today, and if you were lucky enough to attend his lecture, you would be better off as a result. But I've known him for a long time. I kind of feel like I'm a part of his university, because he's even brings his patients, his students, out to the office and have them spend a time to maybe learn a couple things. And I'm overstayed my welcome, and thank you for this is pretty special, and I'll probably sleep very well tonight. Glad you were all here.
Thank you. All right. Thank you so much to Dr. Larry Andrews. We appreciate you.
Bravo. Dr. Andrews, thank you for a reminder about what is truly important, that is patient care, patient-focused care, and putting the patient first. I personally want to thank you on behalf of all of our orthodontic colleagues for thank you for giving us something to talk about all these years. All right. So now we're down to the final awards tonight. And granted, really, the only one I'm truly interested in is the best aligner.
Naturally. Yeah.
Naturally. But these are the big ones, the big awards. And speaking of big ones, Kyle, is that an eruption tab in your pocket, or are you just happy about these awards here?
I'm just excited.
At second thought, upon further inspection, I think you're suffering from premature eruption compensation. Sorry to get sidetracked, or small tracked, as it were. But let's get on to the last big 5 awards, Kyle.
Jonathan begged me to be able to make one dirty joke, so that was his one dirty joke. All right, so to present these final big awards, we have Dr. Stuart Frost, Dr. Brian Lockhart, and for Mary's List, Mary Sautel.
Okay, ask a room full of orthodontists what's one of the hardest treatments that we do in clinical orthodontics, and we would all probably agree on Class 2 malocclusion correction. The nominees for Best Fixed Class 2 Corrector certainly make that part of the orthodontics much fun and easier. They are Advancing from Ormco, Carrier Motion 3D, CS System Dynaflex, Forcis 3M Oral Care, Herbst Appliance, Mara, Power Scope, and the winner is Carrier 3D Motion. Congratulations.
I'm very honored to be giving this next award, and I appreciate everybody for your attendance today. There isn't much worse than having brackets or attachments that won't stay on the teeth. Oh well, the only thing that I could think of that would be worse is having to band every tooth. That really wasn't fun, and fortunately it was before my time. Thankfully, the following companies have helped innovate ways to help things stick where they should stick. So the nominees for the best bonding and adhesive products are 3M Oral Care, American Orthodontics, GC Fuji, Ormco, Reliance, TP Orthodontics, and the winner is my friends from Reliance, the Ganges. Congratulations.
All right, so real quick, I'm going off script, so Kyle, just hang tight. So it's not many times that you get to share a room with a legend in our profession. So I want to say this while you're here. I think as a profession, we'll all benefit from this, is that what we're doing in the digital world now is building on things that we've learned from people before us, like yourself and other orthodontists who provided the knowledge and the time to give us something to build on, and that a lot of these companies are really taking that and pushing it to the next level. So thank you. I want to say that while you're here and in our presence, and we appreciate you. All right, so now y'all can relax a little bit now. So back to the script. So for those that know me, you guys know that, I'm a huge fan of digital technology and new technology, and I'm an early adopter. And in fact, in this category, I use a number of products for the companies that are nominated. I think custom braces, whether it's a wire or a custom bracket, really gives us the ability to, be efficient, be precise, and most importantly, be individualized for each of our patients. So all of these nominees provide something that's unique, that's exciting, and they're pushing the envelope on what we can do with our profession. So with that being said, the nominees for the best custom braces systems are Embrace, Brias, Braces on Demand, KL Owen, Light Force Orthodontics, and Ormco Insignia. And the winner is Light Force Orthodontics.
Many of you may not know that I actually worked at a company in the early days, and Dr. Andrews lectured for us, and I got to spend time with a legend, and I'm so honored and humbled. I also spent time at Align. I was the crazy person that jumped off the cliff, the first rep. Somebody had to do it. I was the national trainer, and you're probably wondering why I'm giving this award out, but I wrote the training manual for Align Technology that helped them achieve their ISO 9000. It turns out I've been a big supporter of clear aligners for over 2 decades, and I'm guessing that's why Kyle asked me to help present this next award for the 8 excellent companies. So the nominees for the best clear aligner systems are 3M Clarity Aligners, Archform, ClearCorrect, Invisalign, Align Technology, Reveal Clear Aligners, Henry Schein, Spark Clear Aligners, Ormco, SureSmile Clear Aligners, Dentsply Sirona, and ULab Clear Aligners. And the winner is Invisalign Align Technology.
Okay. Has this been fun? So fun. It's time for the final award of the night. What would our profession be without the big bracket companies? A good chunk of my professional career has been involved with working alongside of Ormco to help promote best clinical orthodontics. They've been great to support me and my goals to have elevate orthodontics and elevate orthodontic finishing. So I've done my best to fall in love with these big companies, and I think they're all fantastic. I know you can say the same for every company that's out there that you work with. So the nominees for the best big bracket company are Allure Ortho, 3M Oral Care, American Orthodontics, Dynaflex, GC Orthodontics, Henry Schein Orthodontics, Ormco, Rocky Mountain Orthodontics, TP Orthodontics, and the winner is big American Orthodontics. Kyle?
Thank you, guys. All right, that is it for the show. It's funny, every award show I've ever watched, they apologize for it going over on time. and this show was not unlike that. So, it happens. 20 awards. Seems like you can get it done in 45 minutes. Nope, about an hour. So I want to thank all the winners. I want to thank all the nominees. Thank you to everyone who voted, all of you out there. And there was probably some of you who illegally voted using some VPN software, and shame on you. But it was legit. All right, so thanks to our sponsors. We have Embrace, Neon Canvas, Braces Academy, and Orthodontic Screening. We also have OrthoFi/OrthoBank, Allure Ortho, Mary's List, Details, and Embrace Your Practice. Also, thanks to the entire team at Neon Canvas, Alan, who is running from camera to camera and just looking at me like I'm doing something wrong always. Alan, thank you for doing that. And thanks to all the beautiful people who attended this live ceremony and who stayed to the bitter end. We appreciate you so much.
And I'd like to thank my barber, Matt, for the skill set for making me look this good.
Yeah, you do have the nicest hair set in all of orthodontics, for sure. Yes, thank you, Matt, if that's your real name. So this was an absolute blast. And don't worry, the Orthodontic Awards will return. We'll have music next year, probably about 7 awards to hand out. It'll be great. But we will see you next year in New Orleans. So good night. Have a great AAO. We'll see you soon.